Hello everyone, it's Christine here and we're going to continue with stem stitch, and today we're going to do whipped stem stitch, which I think I'll work along this line here. I might turn my piece upside down. So to do whipped stem stitch, you work a line of normal stem stitch, which we did 2 nights ago, but I'll show you again. So you pop out, you bring your needle a bit further down the line and angle it through and take it back to the first point. Always keeping the loop under where you're working. And then again, keeping the thread under where we're working, and then taking ourselves, angling our needle back and pulling through without getting a knot. So I'm using another lovely Kalund yarn that I got from my end of yarns bundle. It's a beautiful little bundle of variegated, not even sure, it's like a perle but a matte perle. I'll have to have a proper look at the website and work out what all the different ones I've got were. As I say, I'm definitely going to get some bundles in the future because I'm just loving delving into it at the moment. I keep going to the drawer that I've put it in next to me and grabbing it out. So we'll just get our row of stem stitch worked first. So yeah, if you weren't working on a fabric that already had little branches drawn on it, you could just draw your own little, either a straight line or a curving line, whatever takes your fancy. And I guess we're almost at the end now, so that will probably be my last stitch with this. Just take it down to the back. Oops, try not to hook onto the embroidery hoop in the process is always a good idea. And so we're going to tie this one off on the back and then come through with a new piece of thread and a different colour is what I'm thinking I'm going to use. Oh, and you would have seen I put some little wool tufts in the middle of my little Suffolk puff flower from yesterday. Thought that would be fun. That's something I've seen Juju, the Roxy girl's mum, do quite often, and I think it's very sweet. So pink. I've got some pinky red actually that could be quite good because this design has pink and red on it. This is just some of my offcuts from when I was making poppies and did a video of a 3D poppy. By the time you're watching this video, it will have been last weekend that I did that video. But for me, it was just yesterday for Remembrance Day and for the piece for my grandpa. That's going on my big Roxy treasure hunt now. I think I might need a slightly bigger needle to help me get this one through without splitting it. It just keeps on wanting to split. Maybe I'll try the other end. If you have trouble at one end, try the other end. It's always a good way to go. Maybe. Okay. We'll put a knot in the other end. So what we're then going to do is we're going to bring to the front just above the first stem stitch at the start of the line. So just above the first stem stitch at the start of the line. And then we're going to take the thread and needle over the stem stitch to the other side and then slide the needle in the space under the end of the first stitch and beginning of the second stitch. Do not go through the fabric. Okay, so underneath the end of the first stitch and the beginning, so we're actually going to slide it under this area here. And then we're going to pull it through, and then we're going to find our next spot and do the same. So finding where you've got that overlapping bit, and that's where you're going to slide it through. So it's going to give a lovely little viney effect, I think. There's the next one there. And so you're not going through the fabric at all, you are just sliding it underneath the threads. And the stem stitch does sit up quite nicely on the fabric, so it shouldn't be too hard to do it. I was wondering if I was going to need a tapestry needle to avoid catching, but no, it is fine. It's working quite well. And then I'll just take that to the back there. And then I feel like I want to do some little leaves. I'm just wondering how I want to do them. Do I want to do some little double lazy daisies maybe? Do my lazy version of a lazy daisy where I'll just pop through at the end and catch my loop. Yeah, or maybe just single lazy daisies might be fine for my leaves. Should do them properly. Not do my stubby version of them. Oops. Just put that out like that. Work our way down and do our little lazy daisy leafy stitches. Always keeping the thread under the needle to get our loop. And then taking ourselves back in that hole, keeping them nice and loopy to give a bit of sitting off the page. Nice if we get back to that variegated, the changing colour as well. Just going to loosen that one up a bit more. It got a bit too pulled. I want to keep it nice and loose. Nice and loosey-goosey. Okay, and then we'll do one from over here. I pulled that one a smidge too far through. See how many I can get out of this bit of thread. It's always good to use those leftover bits of thread on your desk. Unless you're very tidy and don't have leftover bits, but I always have random bits floating around. I put the really short ones in an ort jar, which I use for things like my little birds' nests that I make and then like adding to my work. Don't think we're going to get any more after this one, so unless I've got another, I think I do actually have another piece of pink thread, but I can probably finish that off camera. And I won't put you through any more torture of watching me thread any more needles. I'll just get this one done, which is probably torture enough for you to watch me just trying to get the last little bit of thread in position. around to the back, and I'll tie that off. So there you go, that is our whipped stem stitch with Lazy Daisy leaves. So yeah, really happy with this little piece. It's a very joyful little stem stitch piece, and we will be coming back tomorrow to do another variety of stem stitch, which is Portuguese knotted stem stitch. So I'll have to work out where I'm going to work on that one. And then we've still got also stem stitch raised, which I'm a bit inclined to do on my bird, and we've also got stem stitch ribbon rose to be doing as well. So I'll see you back for those, and thanks so much for watching. Take care, folks. Bye.